I'm Kristen Majors, and I am in group 3, which I guess doesn't necessarily matter this week. I don't know. And this is week 4, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so I kind of, during the summer article, I was having horrible flashbacks to my awful psychology research methods class during undergrad. Yeah, so that one I was kind of like, oh, but it was a good article. It was kind of a nice refresher of the multi-method approach and kind of the more scientific side of research. I worked in the neuropsychology lab with a study for about a year and a half during undergrad, so I knew, a bit of that and could kind of reflect on my time in the lab. It was a multi-method study, and it was a lot of fun to work with. But it was also nice to read the Nelson and Prelitensky piece about community research. This kind of community research almost seems a lot more relevant to today than kind of the more objective research that Summer and Summer talk about. I kind of like touching on what Zach and Brittany were talking about with, kind of society changing over time, like the way that we look at research has to change as well. When they started talking about the paradigms, I kind of liked that they brought up kind of like the ways of feminist research, and they said that, there's not just one way. There's not just like one basic concept of feminism, and so there's just not one basic way of looking at research either, and that's kind of applicable to kind of any sort of research. There's always more than one way to kind of go about something. I also liked that they said that there's not just one school thought of feminism, because that's something I feel like I battle all the time, that people think that, being a feminist means X, Y, Z, and really it can mean anything. Some can argue that Sarah Palin's a feminist, so there you go. But moving on from that, I really liked this article, and I liked, again, bringing up feminism, the feminist standpoint theory, and talking about that all knowledge attempts are socially situated. I just think that that's something that maybe a lot of other research doesn't really take into consideration, and it doesn't really look at the standpoint of the people that they're researching. And I liked that the kind of the more critical, this is like critical feminist research is done from the standpoint of oppressed women, including women of color, poor women, Aboriginal women, disabled women, and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender women. Through reflection and conscious raising, feminist standpoint research with women from oppressed groups has the potential to create critical knowledge that can transform society. And I just thought that was a really powerful statement about what research can do, that you're not just kind of, figuring out a solution, you're kind of putting into action a solution and creating change with your research. So, this kind of made me look at research in a different way, instead of with dread and memories of, classes past. I really enjoyed the Nelson and Prelitensky piece. So, yeah.